Thank you for watching Hack the File. I'm Michael Lopez, and on today's episode, we're going to be doing the serious cross-site scripting in the Ethical Hacking book series. Enjoy. All right, we're back. Um, I have been very busy lately. I'm in the process of trying to find a new job, so I've been going to meetings and all kinds of stuff that I don't want to get into, just to get ready. And I've been applying and I'm having interviews, and so I've been studying and stuff like that. But so I put making these videos kind of on the back burner, but I'm all caught up, and um, I have plenty of content on this channel. So if you guys get bored or whatnot, go look at some old videos. I've got all kinds of videos. Um, and so but now I'm back, and I'm gonna start making more videos regularly, at least weekly. I had to get centered in my life. Um, Also, my property was neglected for years because I've been so busy. So I've been catching up on that too, and basically getting my house in order. And that's some good advice for anybody. You know, um, just like on the Karate Kid when he said, balance is the whole life. I mean, he was right. Mr. Miyagi, balance whole life. It's true. Um, you have to get balanced in your life, get your house in order, and then start handling some business. So, with that being said, we're on to the next chapter of this ethical hacking book series. Um, a couple of subscribers requested some more content from this book, and I mean, we're almost done with this book. We're on chapter 13. I think it goes to chapter 16. Um, and it goes to 16. That's it. So we're at serious cross-site scripting. Um, this one I hope is going to be awesome because it might have us build like a Python script, doing some cross-site. That'd be awesome. Good little tool to have in your arsenal. Um, if you're new to this channel, what we do is we go through books and we gather hacking tools or any kind of knowledge or anything from them, and you know you could use it in life, you could use it in school. If your hobby is to learn hacking, I mean, you came to the right channel. All right, so we're gonna start this off. Serious chapter 13, serious cross-site scripting exploitation. I'm sorry. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. William Shakespeare, all's well that ends well. This chapter explores a website exploitation technique called cross-site scripting, or XSS, that lets you run your own JavaScript in other users' browsers when they visit a vulnerable site. Successful XSS attacks can block access to websites, steal cookies and credentials, and even compromise a user's machine. Once you're comfortable identifying and performing XSS attacks manually, we'll explore the browser exploitation framework, which allows you to quickly inject JavaScript to a vulnerable site for a variety of purposes. We'll use this framework to perform social engineering attacks and collect credentials. We'll also learn how to use a chain of exploits to take over a browser and load a reverse shell onto a machine that visits your website. What? We'll also learn how to use a chain of exploits to take over a browser and load a reverse shell onto a machine that visits your website. If I had a website. All right. Cross-site scripting. If a web app doesn't correctly sanitize user inputs, such as comments or blog entries, an attacker could inject malicious code into the site by entering JavaScript code into the comments form instead of a legitimate comment. For example, say the web page uses a template like the one in Figure 13.1. Example page. Yeah. Page with malicious code. Welcome. Script alert. You've been hacked. And we'll just, yes, easy. Templates are skeletons containing placeholders that represent a page's general structure. When a page is rendered, a program called a template engine replaces the placeholders with values the programmer specifies. For example, the programmer may tell the template engine to replace the name placeholder with the last value entered into the database. If the last name in the database was Francis, the template engine would generate a page that reads "Welcome, Francis." Man, I haven't heard that name in a long time, Francis. The goal of XSS attack or cross-site scripting is to get a web app to add malicious JavaScript to a page. In this example, an attacker could trick the web page into adding malicious code by writing a comment containing the following: "Script alert, you've been hacked." So you guys got to kind of bear with me. I have a carpal tunnel uh, wrist thing on because I'm having signs of carpal tunnel, and so I put this on so my thing is going to be a little slow. The script and script tags represent where the JavaScript starts and ends, respectively. In this case, the tags contain a JavaScript command alert. So if you don't know JavaScript, this is basically going to show you how some of the structure goes. Okay. In this case, the tag contains JavaScript command alert, which causes a message to pop up on the screen. The template engine will now generate a web page that contains this comment. However, because this comment contains a script tag, the browser interprets it as code instead of text. When the browser runs this code, it will open a dialog box containing the message "You've been hacked." If the programmer had correctly sanitized the comment, it would have contained the script tags and the browser wouldn't have interpreted it as code. Because the malicious JavaScript is stored in the web app, we commonly call this type of XSS attack a stored XSS attack. There are other types of XSS attacks too, including reflected XSS and DOM XSS attacks. We'll discuss reflected XSS attacks later in the chapter. You can find a detailed discussion of DOM XSS attacks on OWASP's website. A JavaScript can be malicious. The payload you inject to the web code can be quite harmful. For example, it could include JavaScript code that steals the user's cookies, allowing the attacker to impersonate them. When you visit a web page, the web server sends your browser to the HTML, JavaScript, and cascading styles or CSS code it needs to render the page. And if you've successfully authenticated, the web server might also send your browser a cookie. As discussed in Chapter 12, a cookie is a field in the HTTP request and response that the browser and web server use to store values and maintain state. Your browser stores this cookie and includes it in any future HTTP request it sends to the web server. This keeps users from having to log in each time they perform an action on the site. The web server verifies that the HTTP requests are authenticated by checking the cookie. So if an attacker steals this cookie, it can access the victim's account by sending HTTP requests containing the stolen cookie. Right? It makes sense, right? To better understand cookies, let's look at the web developer tool that allows you to view and analyze HTML. JavaScript, CSS, and cookie your browser receives. Open Firefox and then press Ctrl-Shift-I to open the developer tool. Oh, let's do that. Let's do it on GitHub. Why not? I'm gonna go down here. What did it want us to do? Ah, my finger. Open Firefox and then press Control Shift I to open development tools. Click debugger. So you don't have to. You can press Control Shift I, or you can right click and go to inspect. Now this is the GitHub. It wants me to go to Firefox. Let's go to Firefox. Do I have Firefox? Oh, I don't even have Firefox. Alright, let's download Firefox real quick. So if you don't know, Firefox is just a browser. Let's open up Firefox. Let me come in here. See how this works. Alright, so it wants me to right click this, or wait, Control Shift I. Oh, I guess, yeah, so Firefox comes down here. And debugger. Or you could right click. Okay, click the debugger tab. Click the number 1 to reveal a window that lets you explore the page's code. Using the panel to navigate to the associated files and folders. The window 3 shows the associated source code. To run this JavaScript and see what it does, click the console tab. 4. JavaScript is an interpreted language, which means you don't need to compile the program to run a new command. Try entering the new commands console. For example, enter in the following command to view the page's cookies. That's a good thing to remember. That's a good thing to remember is document cookies, right? So here's what the files. Go to console, and this is basically like a command line, right? So, and it gives you document cookies syntax error. Let's look and see what it is. Oh, document dot cookie. Oh man, my hand hurts. Undefined document.cookie. So apparently that's we got to look something up. So let's go to uh, YouTuber. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now let's see what document.cookie does. Let's see if this has got it in here somewhere. There you go. America.Denver. What? To steal a victim's cookies using the JavaScript, the attacker must inject the code into the page on the domain to which the cookie belongs. This is because of his security policy called the same origin policy that allows only JavaScript running on the same page to access the page's resources. So JavaScript on one domain can't access cookies associated with a different domain. For example, JavaScript running on virginia.edu can't access cookies created by nodestarch.com. To better understand the attacker's mechanism, consider the following JavaScript code. It includes a HTML image tag that contains a carefully crafted malicious code cookies, still cookies. The JavaScript is the payload that the attacker will inject into the page. Script document.write image source HTTP capture cookie PHP cookie escape document. Okay, inside the script tags, the JavaScript command document.write uses the browser document API to write the document object model DOM, which is a virtual representation of the web page. Here it writes an image. However, the image is special. Its source URL, the location from which the browser should retrieve the image, points to the attacker's server, and its query string parameter, cookie, contains the user's cookies. So when the image loads, it will send the user's cookies to the attacker server. Oh, nice. Once an attacker has access to the victim's cookies, they can attempt to authenticate the user. Lastly, the cookie might contain characters that aren't allowed in URL. So we must escape these before sending the cookie by including it as a query string parameter in the source URL. When the browser attempts to load the image, it will generate a GET request to the victim's server, essentially sending the user's cookies directly to the attacker. The attacker's server that receives the cookies might be running a simple Python program like the following, which extracts a query string parameter from the GET request. Notice that it's using an encrypted socket. So are we supposed to do this? Let's keep reading. We'll come back. Notice that it's using an encrypted socket, so you'll need to generate your server.cert certificate and private key server.key, see chapter 6 for details on doing so. To be even more stealthy, you can purchase a certificate for a domain you own. After you've extracted the cookies, you can load them into your browser and access the user accounts. One way to do this with the Cookie Quick Manager, a Firefox extension that allows you to edit, add, delete cookies from your browser. And here's your Cookie Quick Manager. When you install the extension, you will see a cookie icon on your toolbar. 1. Click the cookie icon and select Cookie All, Manage All Cookies. So what is this called? Cookie Quick Manager. Let's see. Here's the extensions. Ah, man, my hand. In your toolbar. Where's the cookie? I don't see no cookie. Where's the cookie? Oh, there it is. Can't. Oh, this is pretty cool. Where's my Where's my cookie icon? How come we didn't put a cookie icon on there? No cookie icon. But here's your extensions. Can't read and change data on this site. Pin to toolbar. There you go. Where's my cookie icon? Alright, got the cookie icon. Click the cookie icon and select Manage All Cookies. Oh man, I like this. There it is. This will show all the cookies your browser currently has. When you click a specific domain, it will show you all the cookies your browser has stored for that domain. You can edit the cookies by changing the value field. You will need to enable editing by clicking the pencil icon at the bottom of the page. Once you've loaded the stolen cookies, you can access the victim's account. Man, that's some sick. I love that. Where am I at? What is this? Clip at. Alright, I got 6 more minutes. YouTube. Oh, don't steal my cookies now. Man. That's pretty cool. I like that extension. All right. Stored XSS attacks. Now that you understand the general mechanisms of a XSS attack, let's walk through a real example by performing a stored XSS attack. As shown earlier, we'll use a blog post to insert malicious JavaScript into a server. We'll attack a blog page on the vulnerable multi-day app we used in Chapter 12. This app is hosted on Metasploitable, so start the Metasploitable virtual machine, log into it, and get the server IP address using ifconfig. So let's start my Metasploitable. So now we're over here. We'll start this Metasploitable. Now, if you guys don't have this Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager, look at my previous videos on how to download and set it up for yourself. And then just do some troubleshooting on your own. You should be able to figure it out. It's easy. Just watch my videos. Some of my first videos of this book. In this book, it shows you how to set up all of this VM stuff, and it's easy, and it's free, and you have your own little hacking network where you can hack and you can follow along with this book. And I would say support these people. Go and buy this book. This book's like $20. Um, but if you can't, hey, you can't. So just follow along. You know, follow my videos. You know what I mean? Now I do. Now there's, I have. So we've just logged in. So I have done every chapter. Okay, I haven't skipped one chapter on here. The problem is that I've had videos deleted or taken down by YouTube, right? Because it's an ethical hacking book. And so, I had one of my subscribers say, I love this series, and I would love to, for you to do, this chapter, that chapter. This is to you. I did those, and they were either taken down or I was forced to delete them, and so they won't let me do it. So I can't put them up. I've put them up already. They've been taken down, and I got a strike for one, and I got a warning for another one, and so this book is kind of uh, controversial, I guess, or I don't know, because what's funny is I've seen all kinds of content on YouTube of these people that have like 5 million views and all this, and they're teaching you how to do stuff way worse than this. I mean, but they have millions of views, and they're making it look cool. Like, man, look, you can do this, and you can hack this, and hey, great, now check this out, and all this crap. And my videos are actually showing you how to do it from a practical point of view or a technical point of view, and I don't see any difference. I mean, I go deeper into explaining what we're actually doing, and I read the book, and they don't really do that. They're just either copying it from another YouTuber, or they've done some research. They've done it beforehand. I don't know, but somehow they weasel their way through um, doing something that I'm doing, and mine gets taken down. So I don't know what's going on. It's just ridiculous. Um. Anyways, so let's continue. All right. Oh man, my hands. Let's get this ifconfig. I want us to get the ifconfig. Show a metasploitable. Okay, so I've gotten my ifconfig. So this is going to be on your Metasploitable. So you're going on your Metasploitable. It's remember your login is MSF admin on any Metasploitable, and then your ifconfig. You just literally type in ifconfig up there. All right. So now I got my config address, and it's the init ADDR 192. All right. Now start the web browser on your Kali Linux virtual machine. Okay, so let's go to my Kali Linux virtual machine. Okay. Now this is the Kali virtual machine. All right. Start the web browser on your Kali Linux virtual machine and visit the Add Your Own Blog page on the multi-day app by selecting OAuth top 10. I can't remember what the page was. Is it? Oh, yeah. Just go to the IP address. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's start this Firefox. I think I gotta add the extension on here. Gonna do that for. All right. So now we've got the cookie manager right here. Um, ink. Add the IP address right here to get to that Metasploitable. Come on. Gotta kill some of this stuff because it's lagging a little bit. Alright, so now entering the IP address up here. Multi-day. Is this one? Yeah, 106.1 slash multi-day. Okay, so that's what you gotta do. You gotta put in the server of the Metasploit slash multi-day. Or I think it just pulls up and you can click on the multi-day. I don't know. But I've done it before, so it's on there. So it's the address and then multi-day slash multi-day. Let's see what else wants me to do. OAuth's top 10, cross-site scripting, persistent second order, add to your blog. OAuth's top 10. Man, that's carpal tunnel going on here. OAuth's top 10, cross-site scripting. Persistent second order, add to your blog. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Now let's go to Now let's test whether this page is vulnerable to XSS by attempting to inject some JavaScript into your code, to your blog post. Instead of writing a regular blog post in the text box, we'll write some JavaScript code. Script alert hack script. Alright, let's do, let's do that. Script. Hack the file. That's awesome. So it is vulnerable. That's what it'll do. It'll just pop up. So what I like to do is I like to go like this. Come on, really? So I'll come into my hack the file. I'll make a new folder and I'll call it XSS. Wait, come in here, document, empty, and I'll say scripts. JavaScripts, injections. And you always want to make it like that because if I gotta find it, I'll put it in here. I just put box. So now we'll go script. And this is a basic alert hack. There you go. There's one. Right? Okay. And we'll save that. And what you could do is, what I do is I could just copy this, paste it, and try it. And you have about 100 different things you can try, right? That's the first one. Starts you off, right? Well, you don't have to memorize nothing. I mean, you're going to memorize it the more you do it, but for beginners and stuff, you don't need to. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Now let's test whether okay, we did that. Instead of writing a regular, put this in there and save the post. Once you refresh the page, multi-D will retrieve the malicious JavaScript and embed it in its page, as it would any other blog post. However, unlike other blog posts, your new blog post contains JavaScript code, which the browser will execute. If it runs successfully, it should open a pop-up containing the word hacked or hack the file or whatever you put in there. Save the blog post and refresh the page. This should embed the JavaScript code into the page and cause the browser to display the pop-up. Where is that? Where's the page refresh? Oh, that's funny. I'm stuck in there now. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay, this should embed the JavaScript. Okay, to understand why this attack worked, take a look at table 5, 13.5. That shows the blog entries located directly below the Save Blog Entry button. You'll notice an empty blog entry 1. This is this is the one we just created. To read the source code for this entry, right-click the entry and select the Inspect option from the drop-down menu. This will launch the developer tools. If you use the tools to read the table code and data, you should notice that the table data TD that contains your newly created post, the entry contains your malicious JavaScript, which the browser will run as code rather than displaying as a text in the browser. This is why our blog entry this is why our blog entry is blank. Let's check that out. See, I just right click that too. Over to the blog. Yada yada yada. Where did it say it was? This to read the source code and click spec drop down. This will launch developer tools to the TD. You should notice the table data TD that contains your newly created posts. TR. Alright, so I found this search. So it's right here on the. It's right here. So I just searched hack the file and it just shows you where it was injected. Basically, I was way down here. So the book tells you like, oh, it's going to be in your TD. Yeah, you're not going to find that. I mean, that is deep bedded in there, man. Look at that crap. The file, there's the alert, the first one. Um, yeah. So there's that. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving with this cross-site script. If you use the tools to read table code, which notice the TD that contains blah blah blah, blah blah. This malicious JavaScript runs when any user visits the blog page. Oh, nice. We've executed a mere alert here, but we can't execute any malicious JavaScript such as the cookie stealing we wrote earlier. Reflected XSS attacks. So what we can do is we can go back and we can copy this. This JavaScript is the payload that the attacker will inject into the web page. Um, the only thing is that you need to have something. I don't know. We don't need to do that. Let's keep moving. A reflected XSS attack exploits a vulnerability in a web app that occurs when the app includes data from the HTTP request message. Includes data. Okay, hold on. A reflected XSS attack exploits a vulnerability in a web app that occurs when the app includes data from the HTTP request message in the HTTP response without adequately sanitizing it. Consider the following attack scenario. An attacker sends an email with the text, check out this great article about hacking. However, unbeknownst to the victim, the attacker has embedded some malicious JavaScript code into one of the query string parameters of the link included in the email. When a user clicks the link, the web server adds the malicious JavaScript into the query string parameter to the page and browser it executes it. To see an example of how query string parameters are added to pages, copy the following URL to your web browser. Ethical plus hacking. Notice the Google server added the value in the query string parameter to the search box as a search term. Now suppose that a website doesn't correctly sanitize query string parameters. In that case, well, I mean, what we can do is we can copy. Oh, shoot. Yeah, ethical hacking. So it added it into the search. Yep, that's pretty cool. Now suppose that a website I actually like that. I'm gonna yeah. Suppose that a website doesn't correctly sanitize each screen parameter. In that case, an attacker may use a reflected XSS attack to inject malicious JavaScript into a victim's browser. Take a look at an example that targets the DVWA installed on your Metasploit server. You can access it using a browser on your Kali Linux machine to navigate to HTTP DVA login.php. Let me see. Alright, let's see what it says. DBWA slash login dot php. Yeah, DB. It's the damn vulnerable web, whatever the hell it stands for. Alright, let's see what this says. Alright, suppose that a website doesn't correctly sanitize the string parameters. In this case, blah blah. Take a look at an example. You can use it. You can access it using a browser and a Kali Linux machine to navigate to blah blah blah. Log in using the username admin and password. Just like the multi-D app, DVWA has security levels. Click the security tab and set the security level to low. Click the tab XSS reflected. You should see a submission box that lets you send input to the server. Try entering test in the submission box. Welcome to the Damn Vulnerable Web App. That's what it stands for. Damn Vulnerable Web App is a PHP MySQL web application that's damn vulnerable. Its main goals are to be an aid for security professionals to test their skills and tools in the legal environment. Help web developers better understand the process of securing web applications and aid teachers/students to teach and learn web application security in a class and web environment. Warning: damn vulnerable web app is damn vulnerable. Won't upload nothing. Okay. XSS reflected. Vulnerable reflected cross-site scripting. Well, it wanted us to go to. What did it want us to do? Uh, Click security low test security. I think the security is already on low. Oh shoot, it's high. I'll put it on low. Alright, reflected. What's your name? Test. Hello, test. Alright, so we're gonna cut this video this chapter in half because it's kind of a long chapter. So hello test wants me to put that there, and then it wants me to so now take a look at the URL. You should notice that the name query parameter now contains a value test. HTTP, Metasploit IP address, vulnerabilities, name test. Now let's verify that. So we'll go back here. And it does. Name equals test. So this is really interesting. This is really fun to learn. Cross-site scripting is awesome because a lot of websites are still vulnerable to it, and that's what you know a lot of this cybersecurity is going leaning towards. Is, you can, I don't know if you can be a freelance agent or whatever, but you can definitely help people secure their websites a little bit better. So doing all this type of stuff, if you know what kind of vulnerabilities there are. Also, Let's look at the rest of this chapter. They're going to go into applications that scan automated scans and check for stuff. So, I mean, this is all good information. We're going to, it goes beef again. We're going to cut this video into two because it's already been an hour, and this is about another hour long, and then we'll get into the next chapter. Um, Remember, there's only 16 chapters, so we're almost done with this book, and it's been about a year. Been working on this for about a year, um, video at a time, and it has been a lot of fun. And this is a really exciting chapter, especially if you have no clue what cross-site scripting is, and you're getting this is your first little taste of it. You know, other than maybe if you've seen it on Hack the File, you did a little. I mean, Hack the File. Um, hack, hack the box or try hack me. So I did a little bit of this on try hack me, but I was so new to everything, I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know what was going on. I kind of did with the code. I knew I was injecting some code, but you know, now that I look at this and I have some experience with this a little bit, this is very, very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to finish this chapter up, but for now it's a little too long, and um, we're gonna cut it in two videos. So I hope you had fun, and that was Hack the File. I'll see you next time. Enjoy.